Hello, family. I just wanted to pop in to say that we are so back. It's 2026. We have a brand new Loathe album. Thought that I would say that maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And then after a while, I didn't think that I would ever get to say it. But look at where we're at. Loathe has become one of my favorite bands ever. I Let It In and It Took Everything is probably one of my favorite albums of all time, if not my favorite. And I like a lot of different kinds of music. I just feel like it is a once in a generation or maybe even once in a lifetime album. I think the stars just sometimes align and you get a peak piece of music. And that just happened to be I Let It In. It Took Everything. And I don't expect for this album to be I Let It In Part 2. I expect it to fully be its own thing. And I'm not expecting it to be as good as that, but I'm super happy to have new Loathe. I'm looking at some of the links of the tracks right now, the titles. I'll admit I've listened to the singles. I'm a little bit mixed on some of them, but as we know with I Let It In, some of their heaviest hitting tracks, they kept a secret until the album dropped. I mean, listen to Heavy is the Head, dude. Listen to a sad cartoon, and you're telling me that there's a song on I Let It In that wasn't single worthy? I'm expecting more of that in this album, and I'm expecting a lot of great things. I've been really excited about this for a long time. Really glad to be getting to share it with you. Also, please look over the way that I look right now. I need a haircut. I haven't shaved, and I work outside. I am a blue collar man who's been fiending for some new Loathe all day long. Been outside in the sun, halfway sunburnt. I'm sweaty, but I couldn't put this off any longer. So let's get into it. I'm really expecting a lot of great things in this. And yeah, sorry if the sound is also not that great. I've not exactly worked out the kinks and how I need to do that. Or, well, do not only the mic, but the audio and stuff like that. Anyway, I digress. I won't ramble any further. Let's hop in.
The sun rested, withstood against the test of time. Tested from the nest into the checkered line. Gifted every strength from what the stress refined.
Okay.
Holding on to pressure, on a catalyzed gold. These diamonds out of cold. From the fire came the body of my soul. Surrounded by the others that embody what I know. Built a hive for the honey that we sow. Coloring lines out of control. The margin broken up into pieces.
We're getting low the rap.
From every moment of growth. Every story we float down the river, giving oath that we never turning back until everybody is cold. Still praise for my highest and our lows. Feet walking through the fire and fighting through any growth. Resting on the mountains that we chose. Stood against Goliath and we rose.
Okay. Yeah.
We stood against Goliath and we rose.
We're getting Loathe rap in 2026, dude. Okay.
The energy will survive. Through 1,000-mile lands in between the parallels of different lives.
Yeah.
Everlasting be mine.
This next track's about to go crazy, I don't know.
The lightning that never touches. Alignment of the heavens bore the fruit amongst my brothers.
Oh. Static Dress. Okay. Get the visualizer to pop up. That'll pop off, guaranteed. Thought my headphones started to whack out. Alright. I'm already more impressed than I was hoping to be. Yeah. This is peak. We're back, boys. And ladies. I just love the way they mix sounds, man. Just that right there. That's beautiful. I love this. Hello, bass department. I don't have any complaints to file. It's already peak. It's already peak. I love this shit. I love this. I heard some people talking about this song, Block of Flats. To give you an idea of like my specific taste, I would say probably maybe Aggressive Evolution is one of my preferred tracks, but I also really love stuff like Broken Vision Rhythm, especially how they like are cohesive into each other and stuff like that. But the chaos, the controlled chaos of Broken Vision Rhythm, I kind of thought that that's what this song was going to be like, where it was just going to be pedal to the metal. I kind of feel like Revenant is that for this album in a way. I didn't like the mixing on Revenant when it came out. Still not a huge fan of it. It's a very good song. I've not disliked any of the singles. They just weren't exactly what I was expecting, and the mixing could have been a little better on Revenant. But I really, really like the mixing better on this one. The sound of the music doesn't drown out the vocals, and I just love the way that they can like jump from one kind of tempo and type of music to another without seeming like contrived or like they're try hard or something like that. It's just very effortless for them, at least in my opinion. But I like the mixing on that one a lot more than what I've heard so far. Revenant's growing on me. It's not a bad song. I might listen to it once we get there on this, and it be my new favorite of all time. I don't know. Let's find out about Fortress Down. I've also heard that Gemini is very heavy. I'm very excited for it. So let's jump back in. And again, I apologize if it's difficult to hear me over the music. We're here for the music anyway, though. Let's be honest with ourselves. High guitar right there. Oh, maybe not. I love their little sound effect mixes, dude. I eat this shit up, man. I love this. I loved the things. What is it? The things I believe. Face shredder. Oh, they're hitting the pig with this one. Oh shit. Oh. Yes. Okay, yeah. Holy shit. That's a face shredder. I'm gonna get to see Loathe again in September at Louder Than Life. If you see your boy, come say hello to him. He'll be dressed as Elvis again. Yes, that is something I do. I think it's funny. If anybody else doesn't, I don't care. I think it's funny. It entertains me, and it's a good icebreaker, dude. It's a good conversation starter. People are a lot more friendly when you're dressed up as Elvis. Um, if you need proof of that, maybe I'll post something on Instagram sometime and you can check it out. But I digress yet again. Whenever they came out with the things they believe, which was peak, also to me, I love instrumental music. It reminded me a lot of the Silent Hill soundtracks. It reminded me a lot of the soundtracks of Angelo Badalamenti, who does the music for a lot of David Lynch movies. And it was very like a lot of their music, especially from I Let It In to like that era specifically, is very like Twin Peaks heavy, like in atmosphere and tone. I mean, they have a song called Red Room. Come on. I mean, you can listen to the lyrics of a sad cartoon, and if that doesn't remind you of Del Amora, I don't know what to do for you. Anyway, I really love how they incorporate a lot of like different kind of layers in their music. But when they came out with Dimorphos Display, the way that the drums sounded on that, I've noticed that the mixing and the drum sounds really. I was kind of expecting this album to sound like that, the way that when White Hot came out, that was kind of a precursor to all the stuff on I Let It In my view, anyway, like from what I can tell, I'm not a music expert. That's just the way it sounds to me. But when they got that like that techno groove going and the way the drums are and a lot of these like synthy electronic sounds, like I said, I eat that shit up, dude. It's very like PS2 game era adjacent music is how I feel about it. Like they've incorporated that. Um, I just really love it, man. I love this band. I'm very impressed so far. And let's hop back in. Yeah, I'm fiending over here. This sounds just like something from The Things They Believe. It's maybe like Black Ball or whatever it's called, or one of the tracks. It kind of sounds like this. Wish I could pull up the lyrics. Also, I don't know if I have them on here yet. To be honest. Here we go. Dude. As soon as I heard this, I was like, man, some of the tempo really reminds me of like Cynic, like from like Kindly Bent to Free Us era, like that jazz fusion tone and the tempo that they go with their songs with. And then they bring in the vocoder. The boy's been listening to some Cynic, dog. The boy's been listening to Cynic. They've come in and they've loathed all over the place, dude. Based. Based is what I have to say. And another thing is, too, something that I always wanted to hear from them was more like I wanted them to maybe give it a go at leaning into the more like just solely alternative or shoegaze sound. My favorite songs from them are the ones where they mix it up a whole lot and they jump over to like heavy to light to whatever. Just like I Let It In, that's what I loved about it the most. But I also wanted to see what they could do of like a softer tuned song like a sad cartoon or Is It Really You, but with a faster tempo and cleans, just like a normal alternative or like shoegazy adjacent song. This is what that has been so far, and Fortress Down also, they're checking every box for me here so far. I love that. Let's go. Jazz fusion, dog. Chill beats to Loathe to? Are you serious? We're gonna see this on hour-long loops with the little anime girl drawing the picture, studying or whatever. Chill beats to Loathe to. Hashtag it right now. This is what we're doing. I'm here for it. I got some studying to do, apparently. Oh. There's the synth. I love it. Oh, we're on the downward spiral. You can see right here, this looks like it's a title in Arabic. I'm not exactly sure. But somebody told me what that meant at one time. I read what the translation of that was. I think it's their bass player, Faisal. I think his last name's Kashrigi. I believe he's Middle Eastern. And actually, the transition from aggressive evolution to broken vision rhythm, where there's that whispering voice at the end. Fun fact, that's actually his mom talking in Arabic. This is what I heard anyway. That's his mom speaking in Arabic saying broken rhythmical vision. So she's saying the title of the next song. I would be curious to know what the actual title of that song is, but I'm even more curious to hear how it sounds, and it sounds kind of sinister. So let's go. And it leads into Revenant. Peak. Atmosphere. Maybe I was wrong.
Flowers in the fruit, gentle labor, heavy hands.
Bucky
The
Sugar
world's
again.
weighing on the blade, broken by an empty strand.
Realize that.
Silk, cotton, satin, braided down, threaded bands to hold 'em. Pace like black molasses, found in the open. Headed towards the unknown, steady in motion. Create the balance, remain floating. Grip the heart of your heart and transform hope into focus. And channel the power out the promise spoken. Ever forward, forever motion. Ever forward, forever motion.
Not the transition into Revenant I was thinking from the way that Revenant starts. Wasn't expecting it, but I'm not going to hate on it. I like that little interlude track. I don't really know who Bucky Sugar is, but okay, yeah, all right. Some of the synth on that reminded me of some stuff off of the Cold Sun, like or maybe it's their EP that they came out with, like whatever it's called, like mate. No, what is that? You all know the EP I'm talking about with In Death and all that stuff on it. Sheol and Gehenna and whatever. Kind of reminded me of like Gehenna or The Omission, those kind of interlude tracks and stuff. We're familiar with Revenant. Nowhere to Run, I think, is the ones that they did Ants in the Afterbirth with, which I was not a huge fan of that track, really. Maybe I need to go spin it again. I don't know. Let's listen to Revenant again. This will be my third time listening to it today. I'm not mad about it. Love the intro. I'm assuming that Nowhere to Run, I'm not familiar with them or who that is, if that's just one person. I'm assuming that that's the one that's doing like the spoken word part in that because that's what Ants in the Afterbirth sounds like a little bit. But it worked for this. I've also changed my mind. I think Revenant is peak now. And I'm happy about that. Maybe it's because I'm listening to it with a pair of headphones instead of listening to it in my vehicle like I usually do when I blare the radio. Um, Sinister, bro. They got that sinister drop D sound that they always got. I'm assuming that's drop D, where it's just like it's that grinding, searing, tearing kind of riffs and stuff, you know. And it's that controlled chaos I was talking about, just like with Broken Vision Rhythm, where like it's heavy and it sounds like it's all over the place, but it's so structured and layered and organized. Like I don't think that people realize how difficult that is to pull off. I actually played a couple of these songs for my dad the other day, and he was like, "Yo, turn that shit off, please. Turn that off." It's like they're trying to aggravate me with the music on purpose. But my dad is also like a classic rock, hair metal guy, you know, and he wants like fast paced music, or he likes some country music too. But I mean, like, about the heaviest he's gonna go is like some Pantera, and even that for him, like, I mean, he's not gonna listen to Death Rattle. He's not gonna listen to like Suicide Note Part Two. There's a lot of stuff that he wouldn't like in like the heavy domain, so this is definitely not his thing. what's so interesting about this to me is, like I said, how layered this is and how difficult that is to do. It's just so impressive. I let it in really, uh, like primely, but also this and really everything that Loathe does makes me want to pursue music. I'm not musically inclined at all, but it is very artistically inspiring to see somebody their experimentation with what they do and everything too. It's just so impressive to me, not to like sit here and glaze them all like, oh, Loathe, you whatever. Um, it's just really nice to see. I mean, I feel like they're doing something original, and I like that. A lot of bands just sound the same now, or they're kind of boring. And yeah, I like this a lot. So also, I need to figure out if the dude from Code Orange is in this at all, because a lot of those screams in there towards the second half of this song sound a lot like underneath era Code Orange, like their vocalist or whatever. And yeah, I like that. So let's hop back in here. Peak. It's a face shredder, dude. It's a face shredder. Dudes are gonna get hurt in the pit with that one. Gonna get hurt with that one and Gemini, dude. Imagine them playing Revenant and Gord back to back. Could you imagine it? September. Here's to hoping, dude. Got this new music out. I'm not familiar with Mansur Brown. I do like the intro of this.
Truth
This is goaded. I fully expected to feel listening to this. I'm gonna admit something to you, family. Intimately. Just between us. So don't tell anybody. There may have been a few times back in the day when I was a young lad back in 2020 where I may or may not have shed a tear or two over Is It Really You? And had I not been the emotionally and spiritually calcified man I am today through constant agonizing heartache and betrayal, I would have probably shed a few tears over that one as well, because that was a very beautiful song. I've been listening to a lot of Genesis lately and a lot of older music from like the 80s and kind of around that time period. That it has a lot of synthier stuff too, and it would mix a lot of these like kind of like what they did, like that bass beat that they had right there, like the bass riff and that little guitar riff that had that winding like like that. I'm not a musician, you can tell that, but I like some Michael Bolton, dude. Don't come at me over it. I like some Michael Bolton. Can't help myself. That was peak. You wait, dude, until TikTok gets a hold of this. You wait until TikTok gets a hold of the way it breaks. You wait and see. You thought Loathe talk took off with Is It Really You, dude? I remember I took a video of a guy dancing with his girlfriend at a concert in it's either Nashville or Atlanta, and I put it on TikTok. You can probably go find it somewhere. And I put it out there, and dude, man, I love Loathe. I love them. Anyway, time to meet my maker, I suppose. Let's see what's up with this one. I'm expecting, also, Gifted Every Strength right here. Look at this. 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Wasn't the single version of that like 6 minutes something? So I feel like we're about to get thrown a curveball a little bit here. I don't know. I see this so far as an album that will really grow on me with time. I'm really enjoying it so far. Yeah. Yeah, let's meet our maker, family. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Say it again, baby. Whoa. Oh. Here we go. Oh yeah. I'm gonna say 2 after that one, and let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, family. Let me know if I'm wrong for this take, even though it's just my opinion. So how the hell could I be wrong? It's just my opinion. Um, a lot of these songs in their structure and like I guess what I would call like the energy of them is something that I can only describe like I said earlier, it's like the PS2 era thing. A lot of the way that these songs are structured and like the synth of them and the tempo and everything reminds me of like anime openings, or I listen to some of them sometimes. I like that kind of music. Reminds, even if I don't watch the show, it reminds me of like anime openings or closings, like that high pumped up energy that doesn't necessarily have to be heavy. It's just like grooving. It's like carrying that, and they like in the case of like Two Way Mirror, like the guitar tone and everything, like how it just like winds and goes up or whatever. It's like triumphant, you know. It's like a triumphant sound, or like an adventurous kind of thing, or hopeful. Um, I just think that they can really set a mood well. Some of like the synth and some of the stuff they do, like it, like excuse me, like earlier today, I was listening to Sanctuary from Utada, like from the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack, and those like whining guitars and like the I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm delusional for thinking that, but also I love the fact that they've incorporated not only like this jazz fusion thing that they kind of experimented with a little bit. Also, if you hear something in the background, that's my needy cat. They've incorporated a lot of these things, but I love how like grooving and like funky some of these songs are. This was a very good track to prelude Fangs. I like Fangs quite a bit too, so let's give that another listen.
Like it goes. stranger to the memories I keep. I did my down by the state of it, I'm reminded how to savor it. Lately, nothing matters much to me, but I've no time for the way I'm living. It keeps bringing me to my knees. I fall with every step I take. Maybe in time I'll find I'm better off starting over. And if I could try me right, I'd try again. It seems like every day is the last one. I was a kid and then it's my time.
For whatever reason, the way it breaks didn't make me start like getting emotional, but that did, I guess. Um, Not to like be like a cornball or whatever, but there's very few things that I really get enjoyment out of or look forward to in life a lot of the time. This is most certainly one of them that I do look forward to and have looked forward to. And it's finally here. And I mean, it's not like it's fully set in for me. And like to give you like an example of how much I love this band and their music, I let it in. I think on Spotify it told me like this past year that I was like in the top like 0.01% of monthly listeners. And that's because I've listened to Loathe at least a little bit every day for the last 6 years since I discovered him during the the coof back in ye old 2020, over half a decade ago. Somehow, still feel like I'm there mentally. That album, I Let It In, found me at a very turbulent time in my life where there was a lot of suffering for everybody. And I think that it just spoke to something to me on a spiritual level. This is finding me also when I've needed it. It's hard out there for everybody, you know? But it's I don't know, it just makes me happy. Puts a big goofy smile on my face to hear this music now. And it's yeah, it's great. And I'm saying all that before we get into the latter because a lot of everybody has heard Fangs already, and sounds great. That and Revenant both have sounded even better in this listen to what I've listened to of them previously. Probably because I'm wearing headphones. I don't know. I'm excited to hear these other two songs that I haven't. I'm also wondering, maybe I'm just delusional because I do not remember Gifted Every Strength being that long. Maybe there's like a little bit of interlude in that, which the single versions usually are kind of a little bit different, but I don't think they were for Fangs and Revenant. I could be wrong. So I'm excited to listen to that too. And yeah, this has been really great so far. So let's keep that momentum going. The ladder. Jacob's ladder, perhaps? Maybe? I know these dudes be playing Silent Hill.
I wanna know what makes you think you will miss it when it's gone. Say I didn't mean to. That's when it started. Listen, can you hear the whistle in the wind? I know you hear. Please tell me you're listening. Picking up the pieces back where I started. Being honest, like I promised to be around forever. 'Cause like a sunrise and overrated. Your voice like a quiet from a higher place. A little something, can I wish it all the way? I thought I would know. My heart breaks, it's wasting away. You told me to go see, I didn't see the smoke when it started. Hear me, 'cause the ghost can beg for the wind. I know the pain of a broken hearted. Say I never heard the scream again. Running like a sunrise and over it again. Your voice like a choir from a higher plane. A little something, can I wish it all away? I thought I would know, it's wasting away. You told me to go here, we're here to stay.
I just want to leave a side note here. I haven't been able to pull up the lyrics to this. I don't know that they're on here yet. Maybe they are, and I'm just technologically retarded. But I will say, if I could pull the lyrics up, it's probably a good thing that I can't because something tells me that I would be shedding a few tears right now. I would be doing it. And you wait till TikTok finds this one too, dude. You just wait. You wait, and you watch and see between this one and the way it breaks the Attack on Titan edits that we're getting from this. You just wait and see. I promise you, it's happening. It's coming. Get ready. Get ready to feel. You'll figure out the way it breaks, dude. You'll figure it out big time. Let's probably get some more. What's hilarious is, well, before I say what's hilarious, the title track must be a grade A banger if the latter isn't the thing that's ending the album off. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe we're almost to the end already, dude. That's something else I love about this band. It doesn't matter how long you're listening, dude. It just flows. It feels like I just sat down and hit play, which I mean, it's crazy to you know what I mean? Um, wow. Yeah, by the way, especially after this album, I don't want to hear anybody else comparing them to Deftones again. Here's a Gore poster, dude. Steal that for if you if you want to make a new soy jack out of it, dude. Anyway, um, uh, don't compare them to Deftones anymore, dude, because they're so different. I have never heard the Deftones comparison ever. Really, they've not every band that has shoegaze elements and alternative elements is Deftones related or adjacent. It's just a dumb thing to say, in my opinion. No hate on anybody that sees a comparison with them, and I mean, I guess that they have some overlap, but especially that song right there, the latter, reminds me more of Teen Sleep, which a lot of people don't even know what that is. That's one of the singer of Deftones, the frontman Chino Moreno. That is one of his side projects that came out with an album in like 2004, a self-titled album, and it is a grade A banger, dude. The latter reminds me a lot of like something like 1111 or Boulevard Nights. Just such a good album, and it does a lot of the same things that this does. Is like of like it's pure experimentation. That's what this reminds me of. Like where I Let It In may have been like a heavier, more. expansive kind of thing adjacent to like Koino Yokon or something like that. It was their White Pony for sure, I think. But where it was kind of in that vein, this reminds me a lot more of something like Team Sleep, their self-titled album with heavier elements because they have some stuff in there too, like some trip hop, kind of like Deftones did with Lucky You. They've got trip hop in there. They've got like trip core, like a lot of different little things, like some not exactly like techno, but a lot of like synthy things. They had like some different sound bites that they use, like samples and stuff. But the latter reminds me a lot of like their song 1111. Yeah, like I said, Boulevard Nights. There's a few different tracks on there it kind of reminds me of, but this album is experimental in that way, and I really like that. Even if a band was to do this in a way where some of the stuff is not exactly in the vein of what I typically like, I enjoy experimentation. I find it interesting to see kind of like that outward manifestation of somebody's internal thought of what their art should be like. I guess, not to sound like a pretentious jackass about it or whatever. I just like that. I like art. And yeah, I really like that, man. I don't want to hear people calling them a Deftones clone again because they've never been one. Yeah, some of the riff in Two Way Mirror might have sounded like a section of Minerva or something, and then I mean, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, man, but I mean, I've just never heard it personally, and I've been listening to Deftones since I was like 11 years old. Remember being on the school bus listening to Around the Fur, dude. I was that guy in school. Was hoodie up and his headphones in just like this. I got these from the gas station. Um, yeah, let's pop into it. We'll listen to Gifted Every Strength again. I'm wondering if I'm wrong about this time thing. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it. Let's figure it out. We ain't got time to waste on all that. Gifted Every Strength was my preference out of the singles also. Very sinister. I can see why it was the lead.
Just one. Save from the jumping ground.
Yeah, it's got to be extended, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's extended a little bit. Oh, what did I tell you? I knew. I know the boys do this. Gave us a little Easter egg, a little bonus. How sweet. Reminded me a lot of reminded me a lot of the outro for Heavy as the Head. A little bit, but a lot more upbeat, I guess. I really liked it. And I'm glad that they just added that to the end of Gifted Every Strength instead of making it its own little interlude track like they did for that reprise version of the sad cartoon on I Let It In. There was, in my opinion, no need to make that an additional track. I thought it went really well with the sad cartoon. It would have been a nice thing to end it off with. I've heard a lot of really good things about the title track. Well, I guess this isn't technically a title track, but it's close enough. No Stranger to You. I've heard a lot about the album Closer. I've heard that it's very good. Um, yeah, I'm really excited. This has been a really good album. I've had a lot of fun listening to it so far. And it's been a while since I've been on here, and this is actually like the first album that's really motivated me to get on here and make another video to the point that I look chopped right now. I look chopped. I did not have time to get myself presentable before I did this because it couldn't wait another moment, family. I had to come and give my 2 cents on this masterpiece that I know that Anthony Fantano will shit all over when he reviews it. I know he'll review it and he'll say, actually, it's not good, actually, according to me. Just hush. Just hush, brother. I do not take the opinion of a Deftones hater serious. It's essentially musical blasphemy. Don't give a shit if you listen to Death Grips. I also like that. I know that Kadeem is a big fan of R&B, and I like that they're kind of leaning into that too. I like some kind of like softer music, maybe not exactly R&B, but like I like Sade, and you would be surprised at a lot of like how like a lot of heavy metal bands really liked 70s and 80s pop music and like prog rock and stuff like that. Like you would be surprised at some of their influences. Like there's a reason why like Deftones and Marilyn Manson and people like that would always cover like these 80s pop bands or whatever, or like how Ghost, which I mean, say what you want to about Ghost, I guess, but how Actually knew a guy that wrote some of their music for one of their later albums, but how they were influenced by a lot of these older pop bands. You can really hear it in a lot of this. They're kind of wearing their influences on their sleeve. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm very impressed. So let's close it out, family. Together, as a family. Let's go. And thank you for making it this far with me. Sorry if you've at any point been like, man, I wish this guy would shut the hell up and play the music. But at the same time, if you want that, why ain't you just listen to the album? Why'd you listen to it on my channel, dummy? But if you didn't say that, thank you for being here. And even if you did, thank you for being here anyway. I appreciate you. Let's go. That wasn't what I clicked. Family, we did it. We did it. We survived the great Loathe drought that occurred between 2022, yes, 2022, because that's when Dimorphous Display came out. No, came out in 21, sorry. 2021, late 2021, and 2026. We survived it. We're here. And a giant rest in peace to anybody that did not make it to see this point. But we'll all get to listen to it eventually. Even the ones that aren't here, of course. This was worth the wait, in my opinion. This was worth the wait. Upon first listen, I give it 8 out of 10, roughly. Block of Flats, I like a lot. Gemini was good. Um, I would really like to listen to Meet My Maker again. I'm gonna listen to The Way It Breaks again, but I'm gonna light a candle and pour me some wine first, and maybe cry a little, you know. But this was well worth the wait. I really love this band. They are one of my favorite bands of all time. And I don't even think that they've been doing this yet for like, have they been doing this for like what, 10 years? And they've already got this kind of a reputation and this kind of a repertoire family. Yeah, this is an incredible band. I honestly was really kind of worried about how their song structure would sound without Connor Sweeney being there. He wrote a lot of the bangers on I Let It In. I think his absence is definitely felt, but that doesn't mean anything in a negative connotation. It just means that I can tell that he is no longer part of the band, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, they sound just as good as they always have. I'm really excited to get to see them again in a couple of months, and I can't wait to hear some of these songs live. Very beautiful album. I will say, obviously, I'm not going to put it over I Let It In. I've been listening to that, like I said, daily almost for the last 6 years. It got me through a lot of tough times. It's probably one of my comfort albums. Well, there's no probably about it. It's one of my main comfort albums. Like if I'm having a bad time, I'll pop it on. And I just have a lot of love for this band, man. I can't wait to get this video out there into the community and share this with you all. And I can't wait to give this another listen. As soon as I get off of here and get this published, I'm going to listen to this all the way through again. I have to. And I'm going to listen to it again and again every day, just like I did with I Let It In. Yeah, this is an incredible band. Um, and not to throw any shade, but all of the love and the hype that Sleep Token gets. I'm not saying they're a bad band or anything. I've seen them live as well. They put on a very good performance, even if their music is not exactly my thing. They have some pretty good songs. I feel like that level of hype and notoriety should be the same, if not more, for Loathe. This is an incredible band, and this is an incredible album. And I really appreciate each and every one of you that took the time to even listen to a little bit of this with me and pal around with me. It means a lot. Leave me a comment on what your favorite song was, what you thought about the album, where you think they go from here. And another thing I'll add is I could totally see them doing like an acoustic album one day. They've already done an experimental instrumental, like a synth album and stuff. I could see them totally doing like an acoustic album or like an EP with even more experimental things in it. I felt like this was way more experimental than I was expecting, really. And that is not a bad thing. I very much love this. I feel as though if I Let It In was their White Pony, then this is their Saturday Night Wrist or self-titled. in terms of like Deftones, you know. Since everybody wants to make that comparison, but I digress yet again. Like I said, thank you for joining me. Let me know if you agreed or disagreed with me about anything. If you felt like I should have shut the hell up more in this, why would I? It's my channel. It's my reaction video. But either way, let me know about it. Let me know what your favorite song was. And as always, thank you for coming and palling around with me and hanging out. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I love you. And if you don't love me back, you should see the way it breaks, as in my heart.